Now to the black pastor arrested by Alabama police as he was watering his neighbor's garden while they were out of town. TJ Holmes is with us now, and what Pastor Michael Jennings is saying after the ordeal. Good morning, dear.
All right, Stray. Driving while black, walking while black, golfing while black, swimming while black, napping while black, staying in an Airbnb while black, sitting in a Starbucks while black, bird watching while black. This become a part of our vernacular here. And look, you and I talked about plenty of these stories here. Add to this now, watering your neighbor's plants while black. That's what this pastor was doing, and police were called on him. And now we have this police body cam video that shows how he goes from literally a water hose to handcuffs in just a couple of minutes.
I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. Told him I'm a pastor. I pastor until I don't want to hear. Sir. You want to lock me up? Lock me up.
This newly released police body camera video shows the arrest of an Alabama pastor who was watering his neighbor's plants.
Do what you got to do. Go on and lock me up.
This past spring, Pastor Michael Jennings was doing a favor for a neighbor who'd asked him to water their plants while they were out of town. But police arrived and started questioning him.
This vehicle is not supposed to be here, and you're not supposed to be here.
Who's saying that? I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
Okay.
Watering their flowers.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, do you have like ID and all?
Oh, no, man. I'm not going to give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong.
And if you're not one to identify yourself.
Who called y'all?
That's what we got to figure out.
I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. Told him I'm a pastor. I pastor until I don't want to hear. Sir. You want to lock me up? Lock me up.
We're just trying to talk to you, man. Come here. Look, man, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone, dude. Just calm down, okay?
No.
Stop.
Do what you got to do. Go on and lock me up. I told you I'm a pastor.
Okay, look, man.
Who called y'all?
You have to identify yourself.
All I did said, hey, man, do you live here? No. Is that your car? No.
The pastor was eventually put in the back of a squad car. A woman soon arrives on scene, identifies herself as a neighbor, and vouches for Pastor Jennings.
He lives right there, and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault.
She says she is the one who made the initial call to police.
So you called not because of a car, but because you thought someone saw someone besides him.
Right, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I got to keep their flowers watered. I got to keep their flowers watered while they're gone. You okay?
Jennings spoke to GMA about the ordeal.
You know, it was kind of surreal at that moment because I'm wondering, why is this happening? I was thinking if I did something wrong or resisted, that I could have been shot. So I was trying to cooperate, even though I didn't understand what was going on. I was agitated, I was angry, but I knew to comply.
The 56-year-old maintains this was a case of racial profiling.
You racial profiling?
We're not racial profiling.
Yes,
no, sir. No, sir. We're not about that.
I told you I was here watering the flowers.
How do I know that's the truth? Anybody?
I had the water hose in my hand.
Throughout the video, police can be heard suggesting that the situation might have been different if Jennings had provided identification.
It doesn't matter if pastor or if he's a pastor or not. Like the thing is, he seems like a nice enough, reasonable guy. Just talk to us, man.
Alabama law allows police to ask someone for identification in a public place if they reasonably suspect that person of committing a crime.
To be shackled and to have your freedom taken away from you, you know, it's something else. It's dehumanizing. And I thought, you know, why would they be doing this? It's something that it gives you nightmares. It gives you nightmares afterwards.
Jennings maintains there was no crime, given he was on private property with permission.
The neighbor, a white woman, they took her word as the gospel truth. But the pastor who preached the gospel every Sunday, they didn't take his word at all.
The pastor was charged with 1 count of obstruction of government operation. That charge was later dropped. For now, Jennings, Pastor Jennings, says he's leaning on his faith.
My faith has helped me a lot because I knew that God would work the situation out. You have to forgive people because, you know, you can't judge people and hold things against people.
The pastor does say plans to file a lawsuit. Police department say they have no comment on this because of pending litigation. Guys, everybody involved here. The woman who called, maybe questions about what you could look at her story and say, why would you call? People look at the police and say, you could have handled this differently. This is not good community policing. Police will look at him. People will look at him and say, hey, just show the ID. This didn't have to happen. Everybody could have done something a little better in this situation. And guys, the gut punch in this is at the end of this video, his wife shows up on scene when he's in the back of the car, brings his ID. Police at that point say, we can't unarrest him. And he still ends up in jail. So maybe we can all learn something from this.
Well, that's the thing, too. The neighbor came out, acknowledges a mistake, yet they still made the charge that was dropped later.
That's extraordinary.
And again, we're all learning something. This is about
Yeah.
community policing and having a better relationship. This could have been handled by everybody differently. Did you have to haul the pastor off to jail? People will ask that question. So, guys, just unfortunate. But hopefully everybody learned something.
We're learning, TJ. You're
Yes.
doing these stories too often.
Yeah,
You know, you're
that
not
is
having
true.
too many of these conversations, Trey.
Yep, no doubt.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.